Here's a really tricky looking question on transformations. I'm being told that triangle A is reflected in the x-axis to give triangle B. Then triangle B is reflected in the line x equals 1 to give triangle C. I want to describe fully a single transformation that maps A onto C. I'm going to do this line by line. So the first thing it says is triangle A is reflected in the x-axis to give B. So first of all, I'm going to actually do that reflection on here. So here's the x-axis, and I want to reflect A in it. The reflection looks like this, so this is triangle B. The next line tells me that triangle B is reflected in the line x equals 1 to give triangle C. Now the hard bit here is finding the line x equals 1. Remember, this is a vertical line that crosses the x-axis at the number 1. So it's going to be this line here. So I draw that line and then reflect triangle B in it to give this result. Now I've got to find a single transformation that maps A onto C. So I need to look at A and C. I can see that triangle A has gone upside down to make triangle C. So that means that this must be a rotation. Now this isn't enough. In the question it asks me to describe the transformation fully. That means I need to put in all the detail that I need to perform the rotation. So I need to know how far it's rotated. Because it has gone upside down, I know that's 180 degrees. Now I need one more thing, and that's the centre of rotation. By I, that's going to be a point that's midway between triangle C and triangle A. So I think it's this point here. I need to double check this though, and I'm going to use tracing paper to do that. So I trace shape A onto the tracing paper, and then I mark the point where I thought the centre was going to be, and I start rotating to see if the triangle ends up exactly on top of shape C. It does, so I know that this is the correct centre, and the coordinates are 1, 0, so I write that into my description. Out of interest, if this hadn't worked out, I would have just made another guess at where the centre is and tried again. Now I've got the type of transformation and all the information that I need to be able to perform it, so this is the finished answer. Here's one for you to try. You'll need to copy out the axes and the shape onto some squared paper. You can also use tracing paper to help you if you want to. Just one tip, the line y equals 0 is actually the x-axis. Press pause and have a go. When you're ready, press play. Here's the answer. Here's another one for you to try. Again, you'll need to copy out the axes and the shape onto some squared paper. You can use tracing paper again. Press pause and have a go. When you're ready, press play. Here's the answer. Here's another one for you to try. You'll see that you've got a grid here to help you, but you will need to be a bit creative to get the answer to this question. Press pause and have a go. When you're ready, press play. Here's the answer. To get this, I needed to invent my own shape and put it anywhere I wanted to on this grid. So I chose to use a small triangle and I put it here. I then rotated it 180 degrees about the origin and reflected in the x-axis. Then I looked to see how to get from this triangle to this triangle, and it was a reflection in the y-axis. Interestingly, it doesn't matter what shape you use or where you choose to start. It will always work out to be a reflection in the y-axis.